Hi Gemini, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are going to see sort of whatever wants to come out, any important message that you need to hear. But I also will be looking at the answers that you need at this time. So if there is a specific issue or question that you're having wanting answered, try to keep that in mind as we go through because we will be delving into that, and that probably is actually going to be a main portion of the reading today, because I've got three different things for that to answer that question. So we're going to see how that comes out answered for you in different formats today. Okay, so going a little bit unhinged today, guys, seeing how we sort of go with things and doing things a little bit differently this week. Okay, but I am using firstly, we've got the oracle of the shapeshifters as well as the blackbird lenormand that we are going to grab out what you need to know right now. And then when it does come to your question, I have the Angel Answers Oracle. Okay, so that has, answers. It also has time frames. We also have the Answer Oracle, which has, it doesn't have yes, no answers. It has answers phrased in different kinds of ways. So it does provide interesting, perspectives on answers for your question. But this week, I'm actually using this beautiful little thing. This is a child's magic 8 ball. Okay, so we're using a magic 8 ball today as well, and see, what random answer is that going to give us as well. See sort of how they all play off each other, what answers we come up with for your question. Okay, so keeping in mind, though, it is a collective reading, so we'll see how we go. Okay, please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do appreciate that, of course, if I haven't mentioned that already. But getting into it for you, Gemini. Gemini, what's going on for Gemini? What does Gemini need to know right now? What does Gemini need to know right now, please? Important message for our Geminis. Okay, and that's interesting. That one kind of did fall out before as well, so I might take that one as well. We do have the unending sadness of looking back coming through here. Endless regret, obsessive grief, replaying the past, and negative nostalgia. Okay, that other one we're seeing for you here is the dinosaur friends energy. Okay, this is all about childhood treasures resurfacing. So with those two both sort of coming out here, this is actually looking like childhood nostalgia, looking back into the past of your childhood, something about your childhood coming back around, resurfacing within your energy here. So we'll have a look at what that is. What is this? For a lot of you, there's some sort of grief or sadness attached to this childhood memory, whether that's just like, I feel like for some of you it's just the sadness that that realization that you're no longer a child, that you can't go back to these moments, that the happiness that you experienced in a certain moment of childhood, you're feeling as though you can't experience that again. I'm getting that sort of energy here, but we'll have a look. Gemini, what's this message for Gemini, please? Unending sadness of looking back, and dinosaur friends for Gemini. Definitely seeing this coming through as some moments of sadness and self-conflict, and kind of like beating yourself up over something here that, it's coming from your past, obviously. We have the whip first and foremost, which is, drama, conflict. So whether that's, trouble, tension within yourself, or, thinking back on, past dramas, past conflicts that you've struggled with, We do have the birds coming out as well. That, the main message of the birds is usually a conversation, but so it may be looking back at conversations you've had in the past that have, led you to a lot of struggle, led you to a lot of inner conflict. I keep picking up this feeling of punishment, like punishing yourself for something. Regret, regret does seem to be a big player here. And the birds sometimes, it does have that secondary meaning of grief and sorrow in the distance, which is exactly what we're sort of looking at here, that we're looking back at grief and sorrow that are affecting you this week. We do also see the bear energy. Okay, so it does sort of lead me to believe that a lot of you are feeling as though there's been a moment in your childhood, especially where you didn't have the power to stand up for yourself. You weren't, this moment, this whatever's coming up for you, it's kind of like, I wasn't strong enough to do this or deal with that. I didn't have strong enough boundaries. I didn't understand what boundaries even were. All those sorts of issues coming through. Why is this coming up for Gemini, please? Why is this coming up for Gemini? Trying to find, we have the heart and the sun here. So the sun does try to bring things to light, tries to reveal things, personal revelations. Okay, and we do see the heart here as well. So it's kind of like you're reflecting, trying to find, the moments of love, the trying to look a little bit deeper at how love has been created within your world here. Where did you? I'm kind of getting this energy of, where did I go wrong? Where did I lose the love? All those sorts of things. You're trying to reveal, bring all that to light within yourself. It feels like a little bit of kind of shadow work type energy, where you're, just trying to find the love and happiness again. So some of you may be reflecting back at, like, it's kind of giving me the both sides of the coin. You're like, you're in conflict. You're punishing yourself. For some of you, this may be related to some childhood issues about how things have been, grief or sadness. That, like, I do just feel overwhelmingly, though, that it's grief or sadness that you can't love, or that you can't be happy in the same way that you were when you were a child. And so you're just trying to connect with that love, that happiness again. Advice for Gemini with this. Advice for Gemini, please. So not going to lie, it does feel like it's going to be a bit of a rougher week for you this week. Yeah, once again, it does just feel like shadow work kind of stuff. Your advice is sort of a bit, a revolving around the growth aspect here. We do see the house, okay, which is stability, security, and we have the child there as well. So it's kind of like trying to secure the child you once were, and bring that, into your current life energy, for the long term here, to sort of, become closer to yourself, more intimate and more vulnerable. Allow that inner child to sort of be a more constant part of yourself. Bring that and integrate that loving, happy child into your current self a little bit more here. So the best advice I can give you with those cards there is to really focus on this, how these memories are able to actually help you find stability within your own self, and how it's going to actually, focus on that aspect rather than the pain, the sorrow, the grief. Because I do feel as though there's a lot of that grief and sorrow, that regret, coming in for you while you are sort of thinking back into the past here. So, rather than focusing on the negative stuff, if you're trying to integrate the love and the happiness, that's what you need to be focusing on, not the regret that I'm not like that anymore, is what I'm kind of getting here. Being very, open and vulnerable with yourself, and realizing that this little beautiful inner child is still a part of you. Okay. It's just maybe hiding underneath this adult stuff, responsibilities, life. Integrating all this, it can bring about a lot of long-term happy changes for you, positive changes for you. So it does just feel like it's going to be a bit of a harder week here, Gemini, where you are going to just be sort of dealing with some inner work this week. So I wish you all the best with that. Of course, shadow work is it's a hard road, a hard choice to make, to actually do those things. Okay. So moving on to your question. Okay, do you have it in your mind? What is the thing that you're questioning most? What is the thing you would like an answer to in your life at the moment? Thinking about those sorts of things here, and we'll see what answers we have for you. Gemini, what are the answers Gemini needs? What are the answers Gemini needs, please? What are the answers that Gemini needs? Okay, and I'll turn that 8 ball up and allow that to settle while we're shuffling the second deck here for you. It doesn't want to settle properly. So I can't really show you. But it says, you got this. You got this. I obviously can't show you without, as soon as I tip it, it goes away. But it says, you got this. So you got this, Gemini. You got this. And the best time has come. The result may be surprising. So unexpected results here, surprising results. Maybe not the result you're expecting here, but the best time has already come. The answer Gemini needs, please. The answer Gemini needs. We see recovery. Okay, so the best time has come for your recovery with this issue. Okay, so recovering your past. It's the time for you to recover your past, to delve into those past memories. The answer for your question may actually lay in whatever else is going on for you this week with this past reflection stuff. We do also see ask your angels. So, asking for guidance. I'm also seeing helpful people. Okay, so these angels around you, they may actually be in the form of friends, family, loved ones, in some form here. It may be spirit guides, it may be angels, it may be whatever it is that you personally sort of believe in here, asking for help, asking for guidance, asking for results that are going to surprise you. So that's very interesting. I hope that aligns with the way that you have asked that question, and giving you some sort of answer for what you're asking there. But I just keep getting drawn back to the result might be surprising. Like we did see that you got this with the magic 8 ball there, but the result may be surprising. So I do feel for a lot of you, this is going to be somehow linked up with this stuff that you're delving back into your own past, looking at, and the result may actually surprise you. You may actually, the answer, it feels like the answer is going to be not not the answer. It's like, if you're thinking your question is going to be a yes or no answer, the result is surprising. So it's not a yes and it's not a no. It's a something else completely. Okay? It's like something else you hadn't accounted for, that you didn't even know that that was an answer, and that is going to be the answer. It's going to surprise you. Bit of a shock. But it's trying to recover. I feel like for some of you there, that recovery, it's like recovering a specific memory holds the answer, and the result may be surprising to you that that is actually the answer that you're being given. I hope that makes sense. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon.